Hi, I'm Coach Corey Wayne, and this is my video coaching newsletter. And the topic of today's newsletter is going to be easy and effortless seduction, dating, and relationships. Well, I've got two different email success stories. It's a great way to start the new week with two success stories. First one is from a guy. He's been following me for about a year now, and I did a previous video newsletter for him a few months back called Letting Go of Who You Are to Become Who You Are Meant to Be. And so he says he's newly single after an 8-month relationship ended, and he shares a story of just a really nice, easy, and effortless seduction that took place with a girl he recently met online. And what was cool about it is you could tell the girl really likes him, and this is what you're looking for. You want things to be easy and effortless because obviously a big part of my work is people are coming to me because they're having difficulty in either their relationships or the women that they're dating, or maybe they got some kind of quality of life issue that they're struggling with. And so this particular guy, it's nice to see the contrast because obviously a lot of times we're going through situations that are really messed up. But here's a good example of one where everything is kind of like textbook, just like I talk about in 3% Man, from the time they meet till the seduction happens. And then the second one is a success story of a guy that's been in a relationship for the last 2 years with his girlfriend, and he's been following my work for about 3 years total. So you get two good success stories, good way to start the week out, give you some motivation, some inspiration, some things to look forward to, cheer on some guys that are doing well. Because obviously there's always plenty of train wrecks that we get to discuss here. So with that said, let's go through the first guy's email. He says, "Hey Coach, I hope all is well. I have a quick success story for you. I've been following your work for a year now, and I've read your first book around 15 times, and I'm still going. You also did a video newsletter about one of my emails a month or so ago called Letting Go of Who You Are to Become Who You Are Meant to Be. Thanks again for your response." Well, you're welcome. He said, "I'm newly single after an 8-month relationship and have been playing the field. I've been using dating apps to meet more women and matched with this girl about a week ago. We exchanged a few quick messages, and then I said something along the lines of, well, I'd love to chat some more and maybe meet up for a date. Give me a call or text me sometime. Here's my number. Or I can call you if that's easier." So that's perfect. If a girl likes you, and remember, attraction is not a choice. She's either into you or she's not. And you see a lot of women complain. They even put it in their dating profiles that they're tired of talking, that guys don't get around to taking any action. And so this guy is direct. He's decisive. He gets right to the point. He sends a few messages back and forth. And he says, hey, let's have a phone call. I'll call you. You can call me, whatever you're comfortable with. So this is one of the things when I was doing online dating, it was always good to do. Just give the number to her and say, hey, I'll give me a call or send me your number. I'll call you. Sometimes they would call me, and other times they would send their number back. But if the girl likes you, she's going to go along with it. And if she doesn't, she'll give you some kind of excuse. It just cuts right through the BS. But women appreciate the directness because a lot of times they don't really encounter it very much. He said, she said she would love to and asked me to call her later that night when she got out of work. We spoke for about 5-10 minutes before I said, well, I'd love to get together. When are you free? And we made a definite date for Friday. And this was on a Tuesday that we made the date. So you can see he's got maybe 10 minutes in a phone call. The girl already likes him. This is what you're looking for. Easy, effortless. Instead of talking to some girl who wants to make you jump through your butt a bunch of times, jump through a bunch of hoops and text for weeks on end, or waste your time with her while she tries to see if the ex is going to come back or whatever happens to be the reason. Because remember, you're looking for ready, willing, able, and open to dating you. And the more roadblocks that the girl throws up in your way, the more she's not open to getting together. Because you're trying to separate. It's just like the tire kickers. If you're in sales and you sell cars, the tire kicker is the person that comes in, kicks the tires, looks around, doesn't buy anything. But they still chewed up your time. So you're trying to, because the most valuable thing you can give anybody is a gift of your time. So you don't want to waste it. And you don't want to let other people waste it. And so he did everything perfect. Got right to the point. Because if you talk for 5-10 minutes, the conversation's either going to go well or it's not. And if it's easy to talk to the girl for 5-10 minutes on the phone, chances are when you're on a date, it'll be pretty easy as well. If you just text a few times or you meet up and you haven't talked on the phone, you're going to have more of those get-togethers not go well because you didn't screen them properly. And the goal is you want to have a good time. You don't want to be going out on dates and you're like, I don't know how it's going to go. If you have a great conversation on the phone, it's probably going to go well in person. He says, she messaged me several times after our phone call on Tuesday and messaged me again on Wednesday, essentially saying that she was looking forward to the date and also wished that we spoke more on the phone. And a lot of guys will fall in the trap feeling like, oh, I better talk to her. She's going to get big mad. And then so they end up talking and texting all day, every day. And then at the last minute on Friday, she cancels because now she's gotten turned off, which is what happens to a lot of dudes. They literally talk the girl out of liking them. And the fact that he's got a date set up and he's busy doing other things, she can look forward to it. And plus, the limited amount of interaction between the date being set up and when he actually gets together has a positive effect on her interest in him. It keeps the mystery alive. Whereas most guys that don't know any better will be drooling all over her throughout the week, and then when Friday comes around, they get blown off the last minute for some BS excuse. He says, I simply replied that I was looking forward to it as well and that we'll have plenty of time to talk more on our date. If you're a busy professional and you're in meetings throughout the day, it's like you're not going to have time to chit-chat out the day anyways. If you're in college and you're a kid or you're a student, that's a different story. But if you're a busy professional, like you don't have time to chit-chat all day, every day. Nor do you want to. On Friday, we went bowling, and I was playfully teasing her the whole time. She was standing really close and looking straight into my eyes, often throughout the date, so I could tell she was really into it. When we were done bowling, I asked her if she was hungry, and she said yes, so I suggested we grab a pizza and head back to my place since I was conveniently located close by. Oh, how convenient. Remember, the logistics of sex. You got to think about these things ahead of time. This is what happens. The girl really likes you. It's like she's already kind of decided ahead of time that it's going to go all the way as long as you don't talk her out of it. This is what you want. Easy and effortless. She looked very excited that I asked and said, sure, that sounds awesome. Back at my place, we were sitting very close to each other on the couch, and she was facing me, bumping against me, and making eye contact. So I said, quote, I'm sure you guys have heard this quote before, I think you just need to get it over with and kiss me already, with a smirk on my face. Yet again, this is like the 10,000th time, 10 millionth time this line has been used. And not a single girl is going, hey, that's out of Corey Wayne's book. She obliged, and we made out for about 10 minutes where heavy petting began to pursue. I was a bit quick in suggesting that we move locations, meaning to the bedroom, to which she replied, well, we aren't going too far. Sure. And I thought to myself, yeah, okay, honey. I simply smirked and stared into her eyes for a few moments, and then we began making out again. Sure enough, after a few more minutes of making out and heavy petting, we were in the bedroom participating in the Indoor Olympics. I'm shocked. It just goes to show that when a woman says something like that, she is testing you to see if you get butthurt. True. Guys that know better just smirk and laugh. They're amused. The statement basically means, hey, we're going to have sex as long as you don't talk me out of it. She had been giving me the fuck me eyes the whole night, so it was an easy test to pass. Attraction is not a choice. This is why it's easy and effortless. You do the right things, you'll get the right results. Just like you always say about James Bond, he knows that regardless of what she says about not sleeping with him, that it will end up happening in the end, as long as you don't talk her out of it. Thanks again for all your work, Coach. You have certainly changed my life for the better, along with any of your viewers who are actually committed to learning what you teach. Yep, well, that's why you do well. You actually learn the material. And what everybody keeps saying, what's really helping them is the quotes books. So now we got Volume 1 and Volume 2 out. These things are close to 700 pages. And it ties the concepts in both my first books, which are 3% Man and Mastering Yourself, together so beautifully. So it's available in audiobook, paperback. Obviously, these are the sweet hardcover versions of it. I highly encourage you to pick them up so you really learn the material. So let's go to the second email. This particular guy is actually in a relationship with his girlfriend of 2 years. He's been following me for 3. So he says, "Hi, Coach. Well, it's been 3 years since I started following your work and reading through your book. Wow, what a serious change I've been through. You helped me understand what I needed to change and become the man I needed to be to attract the kind of woman I needed in my life as an equal, a queen, someone with a beautiful heart, full of love, compassion, crazy, incredible sex, kindness, generosity, and a bundle of laughs. She's also from a stable, warm, and loving family, and I feel like the luckiest man alive." Well, good for you, dude. You deserve it. "She's the most beautiful woman I have ever known." He sent a picture. She's beautiful. "And there is no shitty drama. Thank God. She also supports me in my high-level career and is powerfully pursuing her own goals, too. This is a really supportive relationship we have built. Finally, so I can say thank you seriously from the bottom of my heart. I've also attached a photo of us, and she really is the first woman I'm proud to show off. Every time I think of her, I get butterflies, and we've been together for over 2 years. Bob." Well, congratulations, Bob. Thanks for sending the picture. Congratulations on your relationship and many, many future years of success and happiness. And for those of you watching, if you got a question or a challenge, maybe something's going sideways in your personal, your professional life, and you'd like to get my help, go to understandingrelationships.com, click the products tab at the top of your screen, and book a coaching session with yours truly. Until next time, I will talk to you soon.